loving music too signifies we are back. This is Late Night Health. I'm Mark Alyn. We are live from SupplySide West in Las Vegas, Nevada. This is one of the biggest, not the biggest, ingredient in the world. India, Africa, Europe, Asia, and even the United States. We're going to spend a couple of minutes learning that Late Night Health is powered by Podclips. Podclips, a new podcast network that we will be talking about coming up. We're going to spend a couple of minutes with Jeff Gelski, who's the associate editor of Food Business News. First of all, tell me what Food Business News is all about.
We cover a lot of, we cover processed foods and beverages, food and beverage industry. We cover from a lot of areas. Regulatory, consumer trends is big, new ingredients on the market. So this show, you know, with all the ingredients, I write about ingredients a lot. This is a good show for us to come to.
Absolutely. Is this your background in ingredients, or are you a
journalist? I have a journalism background. I wrote about sports for a decade or so, but I've been in the food industry since '97. I've been with Food Business News came into being in 2005, so I've been writing about ingredients for Food Business News for 14 years.
Don't you miss the Dodgers? Writing about sports.
Sports was fun. You met a lot of interesting people, but you got to work nights and weekends, so it's like everybody wants to be Hank Williams, but nobody wants to die. I think that's a country western lyric. So it's hard to have a normal life when you're writing about sports, but it was a lot of fun.
Got it.
I did that for like 10
They could have put you on Air Force One. That's even worse.
Air Force One?
Yeah,
okay, the movie.
As a political writer.
Oh yeah,
right.
I've never really written about politics, although we do cover the regulatory issues pertaining to foods and beverages.
Right.
I do write stories about that.
Got it. All right, now I'll stop being a smarty pants.
Okay.
It's the show is wrapping down a little bit. What is your takeaway from SupplySide West?
From our standpoint, we write about foods and beverages. This was the first year for FI North America, so it's more into food and beverage ingredients. So this show every year, it used to be more of a supplement show, but it's becoming more and more a food and beverage show. And then just a couple of trends. What's going to happen with CBD? I don't know. There's a lot of people.
Because they predict that it'll be in 2 years? Yeah, 2 years, a little over 2 years, a $22 billion industry. And yet there's little or no regulation.
No.
We don't know what the hell to do with it.
My thing, there's a lot of, not the large companies are into it, but I get a lot of emails. There's a lot of people here, the CBD suppliers. I think the big food and beverage companies are going to wait and see what happens with what the FDA says you can do with CBD. But there's so many CBD beverages out there already. I don't know how they're going to come in and tell them, no, you can't do that. I think the only thing the FDA is coming down on is if you make a disease claim in a supplement or a beverage, you can't do that. And they have come down on a few companies.
I have a favorite little Italian deli. All right, they make a lot of stuff right there. It's really good stuff. And then I always grab something I shouldn't, which is a soda. Right? And one of the beverages I looked at, I didn't take it because the flavor wasn't. I could tell the flavor wouldn't be right.
Yeah.
But it was soda pop with CBD.
Yeah.
And there was a note. You had to be 21 to buy it.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, that would make sense.
It does.
Yeah.
But I don't remember how much was in it, but they're putting it in everything.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's almost scary.
Yeah, if they find out that something's wrong with it. Because from what I can tell, you couldn't grow hemp in before the Farm Bill that was signed into law last December. And you hear
they've been growing it for years, but now it's legal.
Yeah, now it's legal. And then as far as like the health benefits, the anti-inflammatory, the relaxation, it's all like anecdotal evidence because they haven't been able to do large-scale scientific studies on it. So I just had a talk with somebody I was talking to at a booth, and the guy was saying how great it was for he has two 13-year-old dogs, and taking CBD, they are able to run up the stairs again.
Right.
So he says it works in his dogs. So,
yeah, but that's anecdotal.
Yeah. So,
any thoughts on where CBD is going to go in terms of food and beverage? I talked to somebody who has developed a CBD that can go into drinks and beverages and foods and everything else.
I think the big companies are waiting for the FDA regulations, which are supposed to come out this fall.
That's 7 months away, 10 months away.
No, I mean like now. Yeah,
oh, okay.
But who knows when it'll come out. But I've heard that they're already doing R&D, formulation stuff with it. So I think when the regulations come out, the big company, I'm just guessing here, Coke, Pepsi, might come out with, you might see CBD in some energy beverages. It might just the floodgates might open when that happens.
But why? I mean,
because people want it. I mean, they say it helps with their anxiety, like if you're relying on a plane, or I don't know. At this show, I got an email saying that the old Pittsburgh Steeler Franco Harris was here promoting CBD, because that would make sense for older athletes who have trouble with bone and joint issues.
About sports again.
Yeah. So I remember Franco Harris.
Yeah.
But I have never. I don't think I've ever tried it. No, I have tried it at this show. But I have one story. I was after a show, they were passing around gummy bears at a dinner, and I thought it had CBD in it, and I took one. But the next day, I found out it wasn't CBD, so I had some THC. But
did you have a?
No. So,
I've told this story. I was in someplace and it was late at night, about 10 o'clock at night, and there's a plate of brownies there, and I'd had a very early dinner, and I kept looking at them. They said, "Have one." It was the worst thing I ever tasted. It was a cannabis brownie. It didn't affect me. I waited a couple hours because I didn't want to drive with it. But my point is that it doesn't.
It didn't taste good. No,
it didn't taste good. I think she grew it in her backyard and dried it and put it into the brownies. But there's got to be a reason for it. In other words, you want to get high. Okay, I understand.
Yeah, that would be THC.
Right,
yeah.
That would be THC. If you have pain, if you're suffering and dying of cancer, I don't see any reason why somebody shouldn't be able to eat it, take a pill, smoke it. Yeah, right.
Medical marijuana. I think our business is located in Missouri, and I think medical marijuana is going to be legalized in Missouri. I think they've already said it's going to happen, but it hasn't happened yet. But not
recreational use.
No.
What about CBD?
I don't know what our state regulations are. I know everybody's waiting for the federal. I know I'm in Kansas City, and there's CBD shops all over the place.
Which I
little
don't
stores.
Understand because they can't. I'm from California, and I don't know how they can't collect money supposedly on credit cards. I mean, it's just there's all kinds of different things with it, and I'm all for it. I think that people want it as long as it, in my opinion, is a supplement and doesn't get controlled by the FDA and Big Pharma. That's what scares me.
Oh, you mean like by control? You mean Big Pharma? It turns into a moneymaker for Big Pharma,
right?
Okay, I hadn't thought about that.
I mean, what do you think?
I think right now it's just the smaller companies doing it, but it could. Big Pharma could definitely latch on to it. Yeah.
Last minute thoughts about food business news. I mean,
foodbusinessnews.net. That's where we're at. If you want to learn about like we said, like consumer trends. I went to an organic session this morning. Organic CBD, plant protein, whole grains, ancient grains.
Plant protein.
Yeah, I was going to say it was my next.
Have you tried the
Go ahead.
Carl's Jr. or Burger King?
No, I have no desire. But
No?
it's big.
Well, you're in Kansas City, so that's a beef steak. The beef city.
Yeah, we're like the
beef
cow town.
The
Yeah,
cow town.
that's where people used to bring their cows to get slaughtered.
In Gunsmoke times.
Yeah, like the cattle drives. Was that what they called them? Cattle? Yeah, they would take them to Kansas City
Right.
because we had railroads and rivers. Yeah, big barbecue town. I ought to try these plant-based burgers because everybody's talking about them. But I like the Whopper. You know, I like a hamburger, man.
I do too.
But it's so big. But I think the big thing with the plant-based, from pretty much what everybody agrees on, people talk about, well, is it really better for you or not? But it does use less agricultural land. The plant protein is probably better for the environment.
It's probably better for people too.
Yeah, There's
people.
people.
The fats and all that.
Yeah, a lot of people do that. Yeah, they say, eat more plant
But
protein.
it is weird when you bite into a Whopper.
Yeah.
There's a little, they overcook it, but there's a little bit of red that runs out in a real hamburger, and it also happens with the plant-based burgers.
Uh-huh.
And that's weird, because I've never seen a plant bleed red.
No, there's something. They're getting something. HEME, Hemi. So it's like, is that thing got a Hemi? But and I think they take it. I think it's a protein from soy, and they're putting that into. I forget which. It's either Impossible or Beyond Meat. I forgot which one.
They're both. It's similar.
Yeah, one uses peas, one uses soy, but there's something called Hemi that is causing that red blood element. As far as color, people are using beet juice, and I heard somebody talk about malt. Yeah, there's a company here that's combining beet juice or beets and malt to get the proper meat color in the meat.
Belongs in the chocolate.
Okay. yeah, chocolate malt balls. That's good.
Right.
But
remember those?
Yeah. So,
but there's controversy about the Hemi that it may not be as healthy as we thought it was.
Yeah, and I think there was also one. What was it? Whether it was safe or not? But I think the FDA has ruled that Hemi is safe, and you can use it in food products.
That's not the FDA saying something like that is not necessarily the truth.
No,
to me.
No,
right?
but there's no regulatory problems if you're using that. So, but yeah, this whole year, not only this show, but CBD and plant protein has been big all year. Yeah.
Well, we'll be looking forward to learning more about what's happening by going to foodbusinessnews.net, foodbusinessnews.net. The associate editor, Jeff Gelski, has been our guest. Thanks, Jeff.
Okay, yeah, that was fun.
Thanks.
All right.
Hold on, don't leave.
Okay.
Because you'll make noise and you can't
Oh,
leave
yeah.
yet. Yeah,
Okay.
So you gotta wait. I gotta push the buttons. I gotta do all the things. This is Late Night Health. I'm Mark Alyn.
All right.
The music is coming up underneath us. There we go. Late Night Health is powered by Podclips, and we are excited to be joining Podclips. Thanks again to Mike Anderson. All right, we'll be back. We have a couple more people we'll be talking to in the next hour or so. It's the show here in Vegas. Tapers down and goes away until next year. You'll be at Expo West?
No, we have a couple other editors that go to that. I've heard that's a huge show, but I've never been there. But we go to it.
Wow.
Okay.
Anyway, we'll be back. Don't go away. More coming up as Late Night Health will continue shortly.
Cool.